Hi guys, it's Tara here with Create Life Paper Words, and today I am doing a 12 by 12 scrapbook page using the Wild Hare kits that I received in August for my September guest designer spot. So this is my very first project and process video for the Wild Hare kits, and I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do. This picture that I have is from just like a couple weeks ago when my kids and I went to visit my sister in Calgary, and we went to this ice cream shop called Made by Marcus, and it had really cool ice cream there. So I decided to go with this kite page. It is a paper by Maggie Holmes. I believe it's from the Carousel collection. And I have to say that I had a really hard time choosing a background. Normally, I like really light colors, and this is very bright, and it's got a lot of colors. But I was sort of feeling that it was the only paper that I received in, I think I got about 6 papers that was going to work for these photos. So I decided to mat it, so I'm using a pink and then a teal and then a white, just a plain white. I felt originally I was going to do just the teal, but it didn't quite look right to me. I think it needed that pop of white against all those kites. So the next thing I decided to do was cut out from this triangle paper, and I don't know if that's a Maggie Holmes. I can't remember who that one was by. Sort of this triangle. It's not really a full triangle because it has a bottom, so I don't really know whatever shape that is. Because I didn't want to put my lettering onto the kites. It needed to have some white space so that it didn't get lost. So I start with ice cream, use cream. We all scream for ice cream. And then I decided that I was going to use up a bit more of my alphas because I ended up getting 3 alpha sheets in my kit. And so while I love alphas and thickers, I don't necessarily need that many of them. So I'm trying to use them up. So I decided to add 4 Made by Marcus ice cream so that we put where we were at in there. I'm just doing a little bit of journaling about how my sister took us for ice cream, and we were all super excited. And how, we had a really great afternoon. My daughter got this one called the Unicorn, and it was really cool. It was soft serve with a cone and cotton candy sides, and then it had this drizzle of white raspberry chocolate, I think is what it was. She loved it, of course. She was crazy for that one. Just trying to figure out what else I'm going to add. At the very top, I was looking a little too white compared to all those kites, so I definitely wanted to make sure that I added a little bit more color in there. I think of black as a color. I know it's not really a color, but to me, it's not a color. Just like to me, white is also a color. It's a tool that I use when I'm scrapbooking or doing my project life. So I added a little label, and because I wanted that flare to pop a bit more, I am going to put the flare on top of that label, and it's just going to give it a little bit more of a center for it. So I'm just trying to figure out where exactly I'm going to put my photo. I think I printed it as I don't think it might have been a 4x6, but I just used the Project Life app to put a couple different photos onto the one photo, and then I printed it off on my computer. And again, just trying to use up some more alphas. I decided to do the Unicorn, because that's what Aubrey's ice cream was called, and I'm doing that in alphas. I'm going to do a little bit more at the very bottom of it. I did run out of E's. That is my pet peeve. There is never enough E's or A's usually. And I find once you get rid of most of the E's and A's and R's, like, good luck trying to make other words, or at least I have a hard time doing that. So I did make an E out of a Z. That seemed to work, and not usually the letter I would use to make an E, but just because of how it was shaped, I was able to do that. And then I added another label to talk about Aubrey's ice cream. And then after I do that, I decided, I should do that for all the ice creams. So I add more labels for, I can't remember whose was next. I think Lindsay's and mine was next. And I had this really delicious toasted marshmallow in mine. And then I think I do Rhett's and Emmy's, and I apologize that you can't see the rest of it. It's I didn't realize, I thought I was up a bit higher than I actually was, so I apologize for that, but I will show you what it looks like. And then I just decide to add at the very bottom, yum. So that's pretty much it for my first project for the Wild Hare Kits. If you haven't heard of them before, it's a new kit club where you can actually choose, or I shouldn't say you choose. Your kit is curated especially for you based on your scrapbooking preferences and the things that you like and dislike as you are scrapbooking. If you have any questions, please post them below, and I will definitely get back to you as soon as I can. I'll also post below the Wild Hare Kits Club link so that you can go check them out yourself. Thanks for watching. As always, you can find me on Instagram at Create Life Paper Words or here on YouTube. Bye!